Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I have another layout for you and I'm kind of running out of pattern paper. So I'm going to piece together two pattern papers. Well, one's really a solid piece of pattern paper. It's not cardstock, but it is a solid piece of pattern paper. And then I have this pattern paper from the blue one's from SEI, I believe, and then the other one is a pattern paper from We Are Memory Keepers. And I'm just putting it on top of the blue one. I just lined it up to make sure that it was 12 by 12, which it is. And I'm going to cover the seam here with a piece of washi tape. I'm just going to use the gray washi tape that's kind of polka dotted. I'm going to trim my photo down slightly here. This is just a photo of my mom and I at a 4th of July festival downtown in Raleigh. And this is one of those experimental layouts. And I think I'm saying that a lot recently, but so I really am kind of experimenting a lot more than I ever have before, but it's because I'm using a stash kit and I'm trying to make sure that I use the things in my kit without necessarily having to pull from my stash, because that's kind of the whole point, that I have a kit already made. I don't have to do a lot of work. I don't have to constantly look for what to add to my layout. I just have a kit that I'm working with. I added my photo here. I decided I'm going to use these blue and green, what do you call these? Flowers. I'm going to use these blue and these green flowers, and I'm going to put them all over my layout. I've just finished up, I love that gray washi tape, and I just finished up the whole roll right here on this bottom right. I wanted to kind of have a place to ground the photo without it being floating, and then I'm going to really play with these flowers, and I'm going to use up all of these flowers that I have. I end up finding one or two at the end that I add back to the layout because I didn't want to have them left in my stash. I don't know how that pink one got put into my kit, but it did, a pink one and a yellow one. So I don't use those on this layout, but I use all the other ones. I'm getting my glue gun ready because these are kind of fabric flowers, or I guess they're paper flowers, but they don't really stick very well with glue runners. So I'm going to add the hot glue gun to put them on here. I'm going to arrange them, and I'm going to have a lot of photos at the end where I really show you the dimension of the page. Because I do it with the glue gun, they stick up a little bit more, and then because they're dimensional flowers, they stick up even more. And I'm just going to lay them down. I'm having issues with the hot glue at first, where it has all the little strings everywhere, which is driving me crazy. Then I kind of get into my rhythm. I'm just putting kind of a dot in the middle. And my glue gun is not the real high temperature one, so it doesn't take very long for the glue to dry back, to cool down and just dry, which actually makes it really easy. Because I'm still running low on glue, my tape runner, I thought it was nice to use a different type of glue. I have so many glue sticks. You see that little bundle there on the right side of the screen? I have about 4 bundles like that, so I might as well use my glue gun. If I have it, shoot, why not? But anywho, I digress. I like these fabric flowers. I used a lot of the pink and white ones on the Mother's Day project for my mom. Oh, I think it was on that project. Oh, no, it was on the layout I did about that project. So it's nice to use the blue and the green ones. And though I would immediately think that that's kind of more of a boy type of layout, I use it on a layout with a picture of my mom and I, which is kind of funny. And then I cut a piece of that doily out, like a chunk of it out, so I can put it on the top part of this layout. I like to do that. If it's going to be covered up anyways by my photo, I might as well cut it apart and use it. Now I did layer a lot of these, or some of these flowers off the side. I think it adds a different element to it whenever it kind of looks like it's creeping onto the page. I don't mind trimming them a bit. Now because my kind of tool of choice this month was to use small elements like sequins or confetti, I am going to pull out a lot of these teal, or like a light blue and white enamel dots that I made, and I'm going to scatter them amongst the flowers. I'm just trying to figure out what my title is going to be, and it ends up being Momma and Mel. But I'm looking through the different alphas that I pulled out to see if there's any that would work. And there's Momma, but that looks kind of weird because I'm using all the W's to make the M's because I'm out of them. And again, I'm looking here. Do I have anything I can use? No. Well, I ended up having to go through my stash because I just did not have anything with enough M's, an E, and an A. And I pull out this set, and this is it's like kind of a white or a cream color, but it has a small grid on the back or in the background. So it's just a different one. I don't use it very often because it has they're all lowercase, but it has big lowercases and little lowercases. I know that makes no sense, but look at the two M's compared to each other. They're both lowercase, but they're just different sizes. So I call my mom Momma, and then she calls me Mel. Because my name's Melody, of course, but she calls me Mel, and she's my mama. I always have called her my mama, and funny enough, now that Kaylin has heard me call her Mama, he now calls me Mama. He doesn't call me Mommy or Mom or anything like that. He calls me Mama. So I just think it's cute. And this is, just a special time with my mom. I'm the only daughter that lives away. I only live 3 hours away, but I'm the only one that lives away, so I don't get to see her quite as much as my sisters do. But I do enjoy my time with her. I am going to pull out my white gel pen in a moment and do some journaling right beside my title. I'm just putting this is my box where I keep all my alphas, and I have a lot of sticker alphas. And I just keep them all in here, and then I also keep my thickers in here. I don't have as many thickers as a lot of people do. I probably have more sticker alphas than I do thickers, which I actually would prefer the sticker alphas, honestly. There's a lot more on a sheet than there are on thicker packages or in thicker packages. So I'm the middle child, and it's been very well expressed to me that I was not the easiest child to deal with. So I'm just kind of putting a little note down here at the bottom that says the middle child, and then I'm going to put a chipboard piece that says laugh out loud right beside that. And I'm using these basic gray alphas, and then the tile alphas I believe are Studio Calico. I'm going to go ahead and glue down all my enamel dots. This layout's relatively easy. It doesn't require a lot of skill, honestly. It's more so just purposefully scattering about elements. Having a title, having your photo, and then doing a bit of journaling. I do pull out, like I said, that laugh out loud chipboard element, and then I'm going to pull out another one that says picture perfect, and I'm going to put it right there beside our photo. And I know it's a bit of, it kind of messes with your eyes with this circle paper, and it's a bit busy in the camera. It's not as busy in person. It's not quite as bold in person. I believe my bright lights made it seem a little bit more in your face than it really is in person. I was trying to see if there's anything else to add up here. It just seemed like my title was up here by itself. So I will add a bit of journaling, and then I'm also going to add a few little foam hearts up here by my title, the little red foam hearts that were in my stash kit right here. This is where I'm going to add them up right here at the top, and then add a few little dots down here at the bottom right, just to add that same element down here. And I tried the dots at first, and I don't like them, and that's when I go, oh, I could do the hearts, and that's what I do. So this is picture perfect, and then there's going to be this one that says laugh out loud, and here's where I find a few more flowers, and I'm like, oh, well, I could use these, and that's what I do. So just to tell you what my journaling says, it says there may have been times when I was a difficult daughter, but now I'm perfect. I forgot I had written that. How funny. Too bad my mom doesn't look through my albums very frequently. She'd get a kick out of that. I have this little tray that I keep in my box with my stash kit, and when I punch out things like out of my chipboard sheet, I just kind of pile them on there. There's no point in trying to force them back into the package, so I just kind of pile them on here, and that's where I was picking things from. I like having little bits of things to kind of rifle through or pick through. It just kind of spurs a little bit of creativity sometimes when you're sorting through different elements. All right, so that pretty much, we're getting near the end here. I just need to add my journaling and add a few little bits here like the other hearts. But please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I love seeing what things you guys like. And it's very motivating to know that people are watching your videos. So I appreciate every single one of you, especially if you make videos, because I watch videos all the time. And if you don't make videos, I just appreciate the fact that you enjoy scrapbooking. So please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see the other videos that I have. I post 3 times a week, so please take a look at my channel. All right, well, enjoy your day, guys. I have some still photos at the end, and really look at the dimension. There's a ton of dimension, but it's not heavy. It's not a very heavy layout. So anyways, thanks again. Enjoy your day. Bye.